Although it's not the height of Games visibility, fleet operations is the cornerstone of a successful Olympic Games, as it provides much-needed transport to Games stakeholders, such as athlete and team officials, international federations, media, the International Olympic Committee, marketing partners, and workforce. Each OCOG determines the number of vehicles within its Olympic fleet. However, past Games have used over 4,000 vehicles to successfully deliver the Games. Therefore, this operation has Olympic depth and scale.
Transport is an absolute necessity to get everyone who's involved in the Games, thousands of people who come in from all over the world who don't know where they're going, and they need to get to this place at this time. And if the car is late, if the athletes can't get to the event, there's no event. So transport absolutely is the unsung hero, has to be there and has to work.
Fleet operations is comprised of two distinct workflows. Fleet services, everything associated with the life cycle of a car, from vehicle commissioning to rate card and workforce vehicle operations, vehicle maintenance and vehicle decommissioning. And fleet systems, the stakeholder-based operations, consisting of T1, T2, T3, NOC, IF, marketing partner, and OBS vehicles. Fleet is one of the longest-running operations within the Games, from the beginning of the OCOG life cycle to one of the last functional areas to end operations after the Games. And there lies the big challenge.
You have everything that you would need in a regular car dealership, maintenance, parking, staff to actually undertake all the operations for the Games, and it's only needed for a short period. There's a lot of planning that is involved in getting this together because of the other functional dependencies in order for us to actually operate during the Games.
Some key steps in planning a successful Games fleet operations are: know your clients, determine what is to be delivered, understand where fleet compounds and operational areas are to be located, identify the items that are required for fleet operations, and work with internal functional areas to ensure on-time delivery of space, staff, and security. Experience has proven that in order to ensure fleet resources are properly scoped and budgeted, a backwards timeline is required. This helps ensure that service delivery parameters and other functional area dependencies are put into context.
I plan the one way. When I arrive in my depot, I start changing some things because it's normal. And then when we start the operation, like receiving the clients, we need to change again to refine a little more of our flow and our process inside. So my advice is, if you can arrive early in your depot, it will be perfect because you can start testing and trying to understand the flow that you draw to make the things happen.
So we have many clients, so it's understanding their needs and delivering the services of transport to suit their needs. So success factor is to develop client service level agreements that document the needs of transport and what's required. And delivering from that.
When it comes to fleet operations, having the right people can make or break Games operations. From the back-of-house teams to the front-of-house, from the planning to the delivery and through to decommissioning.
I think it's very important to have an AGR in transport because we need to know the details, and our operation is very different from the other ones. You can explain better your operation and why you need all the resources that we require, especially for training, especially for drivers, which is the big challenge.
I would say that it's important to have people who know about the business, people who is good negotiator and at the same time flexible enough to see more than just one side, to see the entire picture.
The use of the IOC transfer of knowledge and past Games operational planning are great resources for fleet planners to help create a baseline operational plan. However, it's important to think outside the car to fit the nuances of the host city and push the boundaries of Olympic Games fleet planning. Fleet planners should also keep in mind the challenges of operations for summer versus winter games.
One tool that I found to be one of the most useful is the tracker of the car. We can go online and see exactly where the car is in real time and just call them up on the phone. You know, tell them, no, you missed the next turn, take the next returno and go back. Or the client calls us saying, where's the car? He hasn't arrived. You know, just hop on the internet there. No, the client's at the hotel. 2 seconds later, the client goes, oh, I see him, yeah, thanks a lot.
We need to embrace emerging technology. What happened in Rio is that we essentially were planning a route network based upon the Olympic Route Network, the ORN, and the technology people in transport essentially went and put in Google Earth waypoints from one location to another. And at the end of the day, what happened is that we connect the dots to give an end-to-end journey.
So in summary, create a backwards timeline from when you go live to help establish the crucial games plan. Get working relationships with fleet stakeholders and OCOG functional areas in place early. Brace emerging technology to help fleet operations successfully plan the games and operate during the games. Don't be afraid to change plans when required and when necessary. Be ready to explain your operation and why so many resources are required to operate before and during the games. Get into fleet compounds as early as possible. Don't be afraid to think outside of the car. Most of all, enjoy the game's journey, as it will be challenging, but deeply memorable.